Well, all right. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is concerned. And this is Rokani David onto this channel. And hope you guys are really geared up and ready to go. Let's see close to 300 likes. Smash this video 16th of May, meaning that we are just 3 days to the end of the season of the Premier League. And I tell you what, it's really getting geared up left, right, and center. And hope you guys are really understanding the assignment that days are really running like never before. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. It's a Thursday, and yesterday night Man United beat Newcastle by 3-2, where three of the youngsters, Rasmus Højlund, 21 years of age, was on target. Kobe Mainoo, 19 years of age, who was on target. I think he's 18, one of those. All right, and Amadi Diallo, 21 years of age, was really on target, and he had an assist too for the first goal. At Newcastle, had Anthony Gordon scoring for them, and the second goal was scored by Hull. That left back, they really have to sign a permanent from Chelsea, and that's how things really went down. At the Amex Stadium, known as or the Flamer Stadium, where Chelsea went ahead to get 3 points from Brighton, they had Carl Palmer on target, and Carl Palmer is really in fine form and is really making good rounds all over all over his season, and he's really doing great as a player. That is Carl Palmer, and Carl Palmer went ahead to do the needful and really scored that goal. I think I was going to take his tally to 22 goals this season in the Premier League only. Then Nkunku, obviously the player they've gone ahead to miss a lot this season, also came off the bench and really went ahead to put in a goal in the 64th minute to make it 2-0. And after James was red carded, there was a goal coming in through from a Brighton player to make it 2-1. So that's how things really panned out. And that was like a snippet of what happened yesterday night. And that leads us to what we are into right now. Having gone ahead, obviously, win against Man United over the weekend on Sunday, that is Arsenal, 1-0 win defeat. You know, they went ahead to obviously rest for Monday and Tuesday, and yesterday on Wednesday they had to obviously report back to training to prepare for the game of Everton, whose match preview is going to be getting shown to you here onto the channel. I think tomorrow morning, that's when it's going to be really uploaded, and hope you guys will be willing to obviously go along with it. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit the magic number of 22,000 subscribers, right? Let's obviously end this summer transfer window with close to 40,000 subscribers, all 50. I know we can double the number, especially if at all we are really consistent on really giving you content after content. Not so? So, Arsenal returned to training, but this time round, they never trained at the Sobha Reality Training Center. Arsenal went at the Emirates, and they really came in through to prepare for the last game at Emirates as they take on Everton. Remember, Arsenal has to win its game and really pray hard that Man City loses points. Whether a draw or a loss to West Ham, that will be one of the most important things that will ever come out and really hint on as far as this side of football is really concerned. So Arsenal, however much Man City came to North London and walked away with 3 points, the players of Arsenal are really having a positive mood, and they believe that maybe a time will come for the side of City to drop points, and all what they have to do is to continue winning. And for everyone who really underestimates the side of Arsenal, I tell you, Arsenal has gone ahead to come a long way. They've gone ahead to come a long way, and last season I think they accomplished with 85 points, and this season, if they win against Everton, they'll accomplish the season with 89 points. That's really a very huge plus, and they will have to obviously sit down and understand why they didn't collect more. The draw against Fulham, they lost to Fulham, you know, they lost to West Ham at the Emirates, you know, those games, you know, a draw of Tottenham Hotspur at the Emirates, you understand, and a loss to Aston Villa at the Emirates. How that came about, Arsenal has to address that in a better way possible. So that is Thomas Partey for you, one of the players that I've gone ahead to put in a shift. And I tell you what, if you're an Arsenal fan, you should be excited about the fine form in which this guy is in, because it will help you to see to it that you sell off this player and you get him some huge amount of money, because he's looking good in these games. He was really training at the Emirates yesterday. Leandro Trossard, Julian Timber, Gabriel Jesus obviously into the mix in one frame of a photo to see to it that they give us the best that we deserve as a side of, to give the Arsenal the best picture on how to get into the mix. For Leandro Trossard, he's really very, very, very close to obviously making history in there for you to get in those goals that are really required. I think he now has 16 goals this season, and you never know what's going to happen in the game of Everton. He might come out and really score 4 to see to it that he does the needful. Remember, he's the man that was responsible for scoring the goal against Manchester United. Then William Saliba, one of the best centre-backs in the world, taking on Reece Nelson, a player that is expected to leave the side of Arsenal in the near future, and this summer he's expected to obviously show his back and leave. Jorginho obviously taking on Gabriel Martinelli and Reece Nelson in there for you. You know, it was really a press up, but you know, Jorginho is what we call a press resistant player. He can act well in tight spaces. Man excited, having gone ahead to renew his contract at Arsenal. Then you see to it that the players in the purple bibs were really getting ready and briefed on how they're going to be tussling it out with other players. You see Julian Timber, Trossard, Saliba, Jorginho, Rice, and very many others into the mix at the Emirates Stadium. Even Cedric Soares is expected to leave the club of Arsenal, was into the mix. Then Benjamin White, Benny Blanco doing the needful as obviously takes on Leandro Trossard as Julian Timber really looks on. But Benjamin White has gone ahead to have a very, very good season this time at Arsenal. He has played as a right back and he has gone ahead to get in 4 goals, I think, and 4 assists as a player, and he's really looking exquisitely nice in that Arsenal side. Then Martinelli taking on Jorginho, not the season he wanted, and he would love to obviously put in a better season for the club of Arsenal, but he has to obviously put in a well-required shift to see to it that he gets himself into a better position of really competing with the side of Trossard, and you never know whether Arsenal will get in another player in the summer transfer window. So we wait and see how that all goes on well, but he needs to obviously use the Copa America to charge up. That's it. He needs to use the Copa America to charge up. The good thing is that he's part of the team, and all he has to pray for is that he doesn't get an injury when they're playing against Everton, and hopefully he will not even start. He'll come off the bench, call it a season, and travel to Brazil to prepare for the Copa America. Then Jorginho and Kai Havertz, 2 best friends, tussling it out on the night as Aaron Ramsdale looks on in goal. One of what would be one of the last training sessions for him at Arsenal as he's looking to move on. Then Benjamin White Blanco, you know, he's really in fine form and looking great. I think Gareth Southgate is really feeling like this should be the player should be having the national team, but looks like they're going to have what we call bad blood, and there is no way back for him and Gareth Southgate. Then Rice and Elneny trying to obviously tussle it out. Elneny is one of those players that Arsenal is expected to obviously drop. And guys, this week I'm opening up a new channel for your top 10s, and I'm going to give out the top 10 players of Arsenal that are going to be really sold and other clubs in there for you. Then Benjamin White looks like he was really in the mode, and that's why you saw to it that in most of the images he has gone ahead obviously show up on several occasions. Arteta smiling, obviously for the season has gone ahead to have, he has to go ahead and really smile in there for you, looking on during the training sessions, and he says we have to really get this done. Zinchenko, one of the players who are really having limited game time, and Fabrizio told us that Arsenal is looking in for left back, meaning that his time at Arsenal might be really numbered. Then Trossard was like trying to press him up, but we all know what Zinchenko gets you into his left foot. Then Thomas Partey seated on the ball, watching along and getting ready for the game of Everton, and we all know that it's gonna be his last game at Arsenal. There is no way Arsenal is gonna keep him around, because they know to it that he earns a very huge salary, £200,000 a week. Remember, when they're not in the Champions League, meaning that when they go to the Champions League, is earning close to £250,000 a week. That is Thomas Partey for you. Now, after him doing all that, he has to find himself in a better position of really putting in a very huge performance, and Arsenal are really looking to move him on. Then Kai Havertz trying to do a throw in at the Emirates, at the stadium. He is a man on fine form, right? He has, I think, is it 13 Premier League goals, and this season he has gone ahead to outscore himself. He has never gone ahead to get that number in the league. Then Martin Odegaard, the captain, all charged up and very much excited during the training session at the Emirates. And I told you, he's the best player. Him and Declan Rice, I tell you, they're taking Bukayo Saka by storm. And I tell you, he's really great. He's the captain, fantastic. And that's why you see to it that him and Declan Rice are the only two Arsenal players that have gone ahead to feature into the Player of the Season awards, you know, Premier League Player of the Season. And Saka is named in the youngsters. Then Gabriel Martinelli all charged up and obviously filled with power and enthusiasm to see to it that a lot really goes on well as planned. And then Gabriel Magalhaes doing the needful, trying to see to it that all goes on well, and he's one of those defenders that are going to obviously put in a very good show, but he has to continue doing that because Arsenal having Jakub Kiwior and they're looking at Jarell Heto to come in through. And lastly, Blanco was all over the place. So that's what happened at the training ground of Arsenal as they returned from their 2 days of rest after beating Manchester United. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Good morning. More stories are really coming up. I sign out. Bye-bye.